Welcome to Uncommon Pilates. Today we're going to do a little abs and a little hips, a little unconventionally. You'll need either a ball, just as a placeholder for your hand if you don't do weights, otherwise a weight. I've got a 5 pound, you can go up to 10, but if you have any shoulder issues, keep it low, keep it maybe just to the tennis ball. And then I've got some bands for the hips. All of this can be done without any props, so grab your stuff and join me.
There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. A beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true.
Standing for a little warm up. So we're just going to have our feet a comfortable distance apart, right underneath our hip bones, so not too wide. Bring them right underneath, so you start to feel a little bit of inner thigh connection, but you're not actually squeezing them. Bend your knees, pubic bone to belly button, so we have a nice, like we're dropping a fanny pack back there, because most of us are really tight in our hip flexors, so we have to readjust. And then let's just start with some shoulder rolls, up, back, and around. Inhaling and exhaling. So just a short, quick little workout to get the body going. 2 more. Warm-ups are really important. And reverse. Reach it up and around. Spread those shoulder blades as you bring them around. 1 more of these. Hold it here. Bring those ribs in towards, as if you had a little vest, and you're going to bring them in towards the center line, like you're going to knit your fingers together. Wrap it around, engage these muscles. Now hold that. You're going to start to alternate those arms. So I'm not letting my ribs pop. I'm keeping that in. Inhale and exhale. So challenge yourself to keep these ribs contained as you alternate those arms. Inhale, exhale. Shoulders just relax. Move the head to make sure you're not tensing. Knees are bent. Let's go for 3 and 2 and 1. From here, you're going to roll down. I'm going to turn a different angle. So you're going to roll down, bone by bone, all the way to the mat if possible, or just to your knees. Inhale. Exhale, drop your bottom, roll back up. Belly to the spine, stack your spine up an imaginary wall. Inhale at the top. Exhale, dive. Head first. Shoulders peel off the imaginary wall like you're a fruit roll-up rolling off the wax paper. Let yourself melt here. Inhale, exhale, drop your bottom, weight to the heels, roll back up. Knees, are they still parallel? And let's go for 2 more. You're going to dive into your t-shirt. Roll down. Maybe go a little deeper this time, letting that pelvis or the torso just melt over your thighs. Keep the knees bent. Bend your knees, roll back up. This time, add the arms. Inhale. Exhale, dive. All the way. Just let everything hang. And then bend your knees, drop your pelvis, roll all the way up. We're going to inhale. Exhale, dive into our t-shirt, but stop at your knees. So we come to our knees. We're going to flat back it out. Exhale. Now, if you don't want to do this version, you can go into cat camel on your hands and knees. We'll be there in a moment. But as you exhale, pull the belly flesh in, so you're hollowing that back. You're really feeling like it's widening. Let's go for 2 more like this. Exhale, curl. A different angle. Inhale, flat. Exhale, round. This time, we're going to exhale, round the spine, dive down to the floor, and you're going to walk on out. Come into your plank. I don't know if you can still see me in the camera there. And come into a plank position. Feel free to put your knees down. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders so you feel those shoulders down. From here, we're going to hold this plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Shift your weight back for a moment. Get a little ease and stretch off the wrists, stress off the wrists, and then come back. Hold it here, belly to the spine. You're going to extend your knees and hold again for 5, 4, tuck the tail, 3, 2, squeeze your imaginary ball, and then touch your knees. Shift your weight back. You can always keep the knees down. Let's do one more little plank here. Get your weight over your wrists, shoulders down. Now from here, lift and stretch your legs and hold for 5, 4, 3. Press through those hands. 2, lift your bottom but tuck your tail. And then lower back down. Walk your knees a little more underneath you. I'm going to walk back a little bit here. A little more underneath you, and you're going to do opposite arm and leg. Keep a nice flat tabletop. Stretch. Bring the arm right underneath the shoulder each and every time so that you feel the shoulder blade coming down to support you. Most people shorten the range and they just bring the hand about 50%, not even 50%. They ended up leaving it out when they put it down, and it gets harder and harder each time to alternate. Get your arm back to home base. Long neck, so look down, right between the fingers. Find a spot right between the fingers. Belly to the spine, reach. Reach. So I could serve T on your back, and it wouldn't spill as you alternate arm and leg. Reach. Let's go for one more each. Put your belt on, stretch it out, tuck your toes, walk on back. If this is enough, you stay here. If you need more, come up a little more. If you want more, come up even more. So I've got my toes tucked under. You can see there. So I'm stretching out the Achilles. And then from here, your hands are going to go down. You're going to rock back and touch the knees and rock back and touch the knees. So mobility through those hips, a little warm up for that joint. And then you're going to come back and you'll let the knees open and make circles here. So you're actually like circling your feet more than anything, but reach. If this is too much, you can certainly do this here. You can come up and do these little circles and then reverse your direction. So if it's too much to be that compact, come up and do it here. So either one, you can kind of shift your weight forward and back, or come do this on your in an upright position. One more is great for the ankles as well as the hips. And then from here, we're just going to sit. From here, you're going to take your either a tennis ball. In fact, I'll show you how to do it with the tennis ball first. And then if you want to add a weight, feel free. From here, you're going to lie on your side. Knees stacked up for now and bent. You're going to extend this, I'm on my left side, so extend my right arm up. And the first thing, you're just going to keep it there. So we're going to start by taking our rib cage back and forth. So rib cage goes back and comes back to the side position. So I'm going to try to lean back, and then I return to my side. But the whole time my arm stays up. So that's the movement that you're going to do. But we're going to take that further. Now you can stay with that. You can stay with that, or you can... So we're going to come onto your side. Actually, I take that back. You're going to come onto your back, because this is where we're going to start, so you might as well start here. So your arm is going to be straight up to begin with. You're going to take your right knee towards the ceiling. You can touch it, the right foot to the left knee, and you're going to rotate your hips the whole time you're keeping your right arm up. So let's just do that much. So you're going to let your knees go to the left. The right arm stays in its position. So this actually is like a level 1 if you wanted to just stay here. This is a great oblique exercise, but it's also shoulder stability, learning to kind of differentiate those 2 points. If you want to go further, take your weight in your right hand, let that shoulder stay down. It just stays here. You're going to rotate. Now, you can just do that little bit of back and forth, Or you could go further. The left arm is out. You're going to rotate and lift that arm a little higher as you go over, and then return. You can stretch the left leg as well. Rotate, lift the arm, and come back. So I'm taking my knee, my hip, my waist, and then in order to bring even more over so I get up onto my side, I'm reaching my arm up, and I end up shoulder on top of shoulder approximately, and then hips towards the mat. So rotate, reach, but you could do the very first version and just stay with that and get a nice oblique exercise. This gets you a little bit more into the rotator cuff. It's as if I'm rotating all the way around, but I'm not. And as I do try to rotate all the way around, my arm stays to the ceiling. Let's go for 4 more here. Reach around. Stretch that arm. Bring your torso as if it was going to turn to the floor while keeping that weight straight up to the ceiling, while keeping the arm up. And you're going to feel some rotator cuff muscle in the back. Reach it around. Lift. You can turn your head to look down, and then you've got the arm hanging as your body's trying to turn to the floor, and then release. Now come back to the center. Let's see if I can turn and face you. So you're going to keep this elbow alongside you and just reach up. So as if you were going to do a push-up, but no weight bearing. Elbow to your side and just reach up. So nice 90-degree to extension. Let's go for 5 more. 4, keep the shoulder down. 3, 2, and 1, switching sides. So again, you can use that tennis ball and do a shorter range. You're on your back. You can have your right arm out. Left arm is up. Left knee is up. You're going to take your legs across and then come back. So that's just the basic version. You can stay with that. The arm stays. The obliques bring you back. Knees go over, hip, waist. The arm stays straight up to the ceiling while you get this rotation in your obliques. If you want more, grab your weight, stretch your stretch your right leg out, and then we'll go further into more rotation. So the knee comes over, the arm stays, but the arm has to reach a little more so I can bring my shoulder through as if I was going to go onto my stomach, and then return. Knee, hip, reach the arm higher to bring the rib cage through, and then return, retrace your steps. Again. Stretch. The head just goes along for the ride as well. And we'll do about 10 of these. So you're stabilizing your shoulder. You're also getting some oblique, but also some rotator cuff. Bring it around. You always switch back to the tennis ball. Let's go for 4 more. 1, bring that hip around. Use the force of the arm to help you propel back. Use the force of the bottom leg to help you lift that hip around. Last 2. Reach that arm, go straight up to the ceiling. And around. Then we go into our little push-up on your back. So I'll just turn this way so you can see better. So 90-degree, shoulder stays, you reach up. And exhale, 2. As I push up, I push my shoulder down. My ribs stay sinking into the mat. 7, 3 more. 8, anchor that shoulder. 9, and 10, release. If you have your weights, grab both of them because we only used 1. Legs close together. You're going to start on the bottom. You're going to have your hands in towards your body, just touch the weights together. You're going to do a little chin nod, walk your feet out a little bit. Chin nod, you're going to roll up. Use the weights in front of you to help you get up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, we roll down, bone by bone. Take your time. Inhale at the bottom. Little chin nod. Reach the arms a bit in front of you so you have this this length through the rib cage here. And then, let's see if I can do it this way so you can see better. And then roll back down. I think you have enough space. And then curl. Right there where most people get stuck, pull the weights out in front of you. Roll back down. But don't allow any tension in your neck and shoulders. So feel it come underneath instead of up here. Let's go for 2 more. Squeeze those legs, control the descent. Exhale and lift. And roll back down. Inhale. And exhale. We'll go for 1 more. And roll back down. Squeeze those inner thighs. Last one. Hold it up here. You can put your weights down. Grab your band. If you have one of these already circle bands, that's what I'm going to use. You could also tie this one around your thighs if all you have is the flat band. So if you have the circle one, bring it up onto your thighs. Again, you can do this without any resistance. You're going to lie on your side. I'm on my right side. Right arm supports my head. Feel free to grab a pillow if you need. Knees up to about 90. But you can play with that. See how your back feels. You want a long spine as if your back was imprinted into the mat. And then from here, you also want to feel like you've got a little lift under the bottom rib cage. Now, you can't really see that here, but you want to feel like you've got a little bit of a lift so that your hips are level. From here, we rotate, open and close. Now, hips stay stacked. They don't move. So if you can't feel the abs working, play with pulling the knees up or down a little bit. Keep it going. And then just every once in a while, check with your back. 1 more. Hold it here. Take that top leg, the left leg, stretch it out in line with your body. Keep the right left thigh where it is. We're going to lift and lower and lift and lower. Nothing changes here. I can put my serving spoon or serving dish right here and it wouldn't be affected by this leg lift. Ideal. Keep it going. Find this lift. Keep some space under the bottom rib cage. Check in every once in a while. Let's go for 4 more. 1, 2. How are your shoulders? 3, 4. We circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your foot can be pointed or flexed. It doesn't matter. I know you can't see mine. 1 more. And reverse. 1, 2, 3. You feel that burn? 4. You can rest at any time. 5, 6, 7. Are we long through the waist? 8, 9, and release. From here, before we go the other side, you can pull the knees up more, get a little stretch. Stretch the arms out, rotate, and stay here for a moment. Just breathe. And then reach that left arm further back to bring you around, and we'll switch sides. So always want to create a little more space, so we're not just opening and closing the door, we're pulling that door out, we're pulling the shoulder out of the socket to return to the next movement. So stack those knees, lengthen the waist, find your length as if your back was up against a wall, and then we rotate. We rotate. It's like we're reaching out and then up, pulling the door out and then taking it to the next angle. Check at the bottom rib cage. 2 more. It's a lot easier on this side for me. Hold it here. We're going to take that leg, extend it out. Ideally straight out from your hip, making sure you're not arching your back though. Keep that back against an imaginary wall. Lift and lower. If you do not feel your abs supporting you, they're not doing the work for you, the leg is, but they're supporting you, bring your leg a little further forward. See if that helps. Keep it going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. We'll cut the reps. We'll just do 10 circles here. Softly pointed toe or flexed, your choice. 3, 4, circling that leg. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reverse. And 1, 2. We're almost done. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull it in. Pull your legs up a little higher if you have that ability to get that nice little extra stretch. Stretch your left arm, stack your right arm on top of it, and rotate open if you have enough space in your exercise area. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, try to melt that right shoulder down a little more. Let it melt towards the floor. Just breathe. And then stretch that arm a little further, the right arm a little further to expand your wing set. And then reach it up to the ceiling. Bring yourself back around and on up. I hope you enjoyed that today. Feel free to leave a comment or join me next time. Thanks so much.